tonight. The Fun Belt knows how to host a party, and Georgia Southern does not want this one to end. The Eagles looking for a piece of history tonight against the Tops. Back in January, oh, how times have changed. The red-hot Georgia Southern team looking for a little bit of history tonight. No program, trouble with it, and Spud Webb generating the game's first takeaway. Tyron Moore red hot this week, and he picks up where he left off. More underclassmen for the Trojans. Here goes Victor Valdez, gets it to a cutting down. Dowd in a lot of traffic, hovers and hits. Over to Dowd, this one a little too strong. Rebound to Valdez, gets it to a slashing Dowd, beautiful feed, and this is what Bellamy does. He's a
game was Georgia Southern started out slow, which Troy was able to give themselves a little bit of buffer and momentum to start that game. But you see how Georgia Southern starting so far away. That's one thing that you have to always be cognizant of if you are Georgia Southern playing against Troy.
An offensive foul.
Defensive end, that is their step, that is their stalwart. If they can create turnovers, if they can create runouts, then they're in good shape. But when they look stagnant defensively, that
ball, and he just loves coaching. Has this team peaking at the right time.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job of recruiting the right pieces that make sense for his system. He brings
trying to take the lid off the basket, unable to do so. It's a 4-minute scoring drought for Georgia Southern, and now the reaching the foul.
So I think Georgia Southern did a fantastic job of making that adjustment, attacking the paint using
Tyree Dunn, McCavian White, two instrumental bench players into the game for play for his father. High stakes tonight. Trip to the NCAA's on the line. McCavian White able to get the
drop off.
Cooper Campbell, the trigger in, Dowd off the double team. Here goes Keel, tight roping the baseline. Beautiful feed inside. Bellamy had a bunny. Bellamy picked up by Burney. Backdoor cut. There's Dowd with the left hand.
Great slip at the defense of Georgia Southern and get a high percentage shot both times.
Once again, attacking inside is White. He has 5 off the bench.
He can be.
So they have really relied on him as a veteran. Tyron Moore went away from the program for a year. He's back. Count it, and the foul. Boy, they are just tearing up. 6 of those blocks in the semifinal against Southern Miss. He was a spot defensively. White got caught up into the air, and that'll be a walk. Dowd came flying at him at the Valdez, weaving his way through the blue. All kept alive inside. Second chance opportunity. Look at Dowd working his tail off, but make them special rebounding the basketball, especially on the offensive end. And Thomas Dowd has all of those check marks. White for 3, rainbows it up.
It's just really tough to score on them if they're not spread.
Three-pointer by Dowd. And it's cleared out of there by Sotirov, and a loose ball foul. Zone defense, giving Georgia Southern some trouble. Dunn will try to shoot him out of it, and that's what you do against.
Prove it, Detroit, that you can make it. That will spread out that defense a little bit more and make driving lanes a lot easier to take.
Dunn has been their three-point specialist off the bench again. Neither team shooting it well from the outside. Webb trying to get to the foul line. No whistle. Rebound inside to Koulibaly. Victor Valdez with the left hand, little Euro step action, and he curls it in softly.
That Valdez kid is smooth.
That's off his dribble. Now a bad pass into the backcourt. Here is Burney. Showtime, and let's see if this ignites the Eagles.
That's exactly what
Georgia Southern with a version of their half-court zone. Campbell gets Webb to leave his feet. Rainbow shot, kisses off.
He's a little unsure, but just as he continued to watch him play, he grew on him because of how hard he played, how smart he was. His IQ out there on the floor is impressive.
Webb was the first guy that Charlie Henry went after this offseason. He was their first signee from the transfer portal, and Dowd gets the trifecta right. This week, though, they have been reining them in. A little bit of a different story in this championship game. Dowd took an extra step. That'll be turned. Can't get it. Dowd hovers high for the rebound. Good pass. It's the Red Mambas running the floor. Southern continuing to mix up their defensive looks. Now back into the man. Campbell, a little bit of bench. Too strong. Dowd with his wide wingspan. Here they come. Campbell for three. For Campbell handling the ball. Victor Valdez, the junior who grew up in Monterrey, Mexico, and that is too easy if you're Georgia Southern.
Yeah, now
Webb then has his pocket pick. Troy has the numbers. It's a 4-on-2. Valdez draws the foul.
they can get something in the middle of the floor.
Three-pointer is good, but Cooper Campbell, 6 on the clock. Here is Dowd leaning in with the left hand, and he gets it to go to close in this second half. Georgia Southern with the takeaway.
Yeah, that's how they started the first half, getting themselves a couple of steals, getting some easy shots.
Not from Moore from a 3 to a 2. So an 11-point lead for the Trojans. Moore dashing his way into the lane, back-to-back bucket year. Spent a season at UAB, mainly coming off the bench. Really missed Statesboro, came back home, and they were happy to welcome him back. He's up court, his pass intercepted. Koulibaly never gave up trailing. Here goes Moore, full head of steam, high up into the air. Dowd might have got his third steal, active hands.
You see why he is the defensive staple for this team. A lot of offenses go opposite of where he is on the floor. It's always going to be a game of runs, but right now they have struggled to get any type of offensive fluidity going.
Keel for 3, bingo.
That shot off.
Kyrie Dunn rotates it to Applewhite. Started his career in the SEC. Applewhite, boy, that was smooth.
A sniper for Troy, but he has shown his ability to put the ball on the deck and get to the basket.
Spud Webb piercing his way through on a late whistle. Rebound of the night. Another double-double for Thomas Dowd. Lob inside. Not sure what happened there. Great hustle by Campbell. He gets down and dirty. Here is Dowd. Valdez to the hoop. A chance for the three-point play. Moore bounces it left side. 3-ball by Satiro. Moore into the corner. This is Applewhite. He's had a tough night.
See that Georgia Southern's offense has also struggled out there.
Valdez, a quick trigger. Dowd, active feet, hustling after.
Rebounds that Georgia Southern has to have. It's so tough, though, because of Troy's offense gives them the opportunity to get second chance opportunity.
Wanting to set up a play. Bellamy a decoy, drew a lot of the attention. That cleared up. Dowd. Everybody came flying out high, and they with the 4 fouls. Number 9 in blue.
And the question is, can Koulibaly? Ooh.
10 on the shot clock. Moore. Excellent ball rotation. There's the 3. That's what Olden Applewhite, 6 feet 7 inches tall, handling the ball. Down to the corner, cross, 3-ball, money. Smile from his father, head coach Scott Cross.
He can't. He doesn't want to show any favoritism out there.
Webb gets it right back. Georgia Southern. Next, Will Wade. And from McNeese to NC State, Bucky McMillan. Only time will tell. Spud Webb challenging Campbell, and he gets the bounce.
Love him.
Webb in the double figures with 12. Bellamy soars to make the catch, has the size advantage on Webb. He will turn and score. What's been so impressive with Bellamy, he doesn't play beyond his means. 6 of 9, very efficient from the floor tonight. Coming off the winning ways to Troy. Kobe Campbell bounces it underneath. 2 more for Jerry.
Even though Georgia Southern is the 10th seed, I think everybody in the conference knew that they were better than what their record showed. A lot of the times he circulates offense through his ability to rebound the ball. That's what makes him so special. And what he does is
4 fouls on Kobe Campbell. Troy methodically working the shot clock down. Valdez sees an opening and he takes full advantage. It's been a different Victor Valdez in this second half. 10 points. A lot of spring break crowd in town. Bellamy, quick turn, release. Mr. Ross says if he had a Mount Rushmore of players that he has coached in his long tenure, no matter where he's been, Thomas Dowd's face would be front and stay close to home, a tight-knit group.
And that's why, even though he...
The first basket of the game, a three-pointer by Tyron Moore. Ever since then, it's been Troy. Campbell fires.
Just reward themselves by getting that 1 seed. That 1 seed allotted them the rest necessary to be able to go out, heal up.
This team will present someone when the brackets are unveiled.
I'm gonna tell you something. You don't want that smoke, man. This is some noise in the NCAA tournament.
Georgia Southern will close out the year 21-16, but their efforts will not be forgotten about. The run that they... Troy Trojans, your 2026 Sun Belt champs.